Hey everybody. Well, I've been sanding for 2 days and now it's my favorite part. I'm going to take 3 bases and I'm going to put the secret sauce on for the first coat. And this is a trick that I do that, I don't know, maybe other guys do, but I prefer, or women. I mean, who are we to be judgmental? But anyway, this is the first trick, and my first trick is I put on a healthy coat of secret sauce, and then I rub it in, not with sweat, and I rub it in with 320 grit wet or dry paper, and that makes a little slurry and sort of fills up the grain a little bit, but also pops the grain. And if you could see the unbelievable jury rig I have for this particular video, you'd be laughing your head off. Anyway, we're donning gloves, and here we go. Because everybody needs to see. These are Luthier special nitrile gloves. You can only get them in Australia, and I get them by the gross. All right, what we have here, this is an African mahogany guitar bass, and it's a 4-string, and it's going to have precision pickups, and it's got sweat all over the front. So I'm going to start by getting rid of some of the sweat. And then B, focusing on the back while the little sweaty places go away. It's been sanded down to 320 grit and then 3.0 sandpaper. So I think we're ready to rock. This is the best part. Can you see what I'm doing? All right, there's the raw wood. Here we go. I have some recycled cotton. I'm just going to make a little pad with it. Nothing fancy like a French polish pad. I'm just going to smear it on. And it's soaking right in immediately. Kind of stinks too. That's the thing about secret sauce. So we're smearing on quite a bit. And here's the best part and the worst part. Okay, yeah, look at the difference in the grain already. Isn't that something? Best part and worst part about this is watching the grain pop and all the little swirlies and stuff. I don't know how well you can see them. But the bad part is finding those little sander marks that you thought you got, and I'll have to go back over. But for now, what I do is take this and make a little slurry. I'll have to go back over that stupid sander mark I just saw. Hey, these are very old eyes, so, you know, it's just a fact of life. I don't have to get crazy with it, but I can feel when I start putting the stuff on, I can feel it grabbing. And then, as the sandpaper does its magic, everything gets smoother and smoother and smoother. So, I'm going to wipe off the excess for now. Let's flip it over and do this side. For $146, if you send a prepaid envelope, care of my house, I will tell you the exact composition of the secret sauce. Look at it soak in. Crazy how much that soaks in, how quickly it does. Because African mahogany is a much more porous wood than Honduras, but it's still beautiful and it's very resonant and it's just spiffy. What's really great about it for working bass players is it's very light. So now I'm going to take my sand paper. And I keep adding the secret sauce. This is just to give you an idea. The end grain wants to expand. I already hit it with water once, but the end grain wants to swell. But this also helps it to knock down the grain. And it's not an exact science. It's something I've always done. And it seems to make, as much as I love rub finishes and would prefer to do rub finishes on everything, this helps to seal the grain a little bit. So when I put the other part of my two-part secret sauce system, the grain's partially filled, and it helps to make the rubbed in finish a little more rugged. All right, so check that out. Let me get back here where the lights, where there's light. You can see the places I missed, but you can start to see it's soaking in and it's doing its thing. So I'm going to wipe off this for now. I'll be back over this. See, like, oh, look at that little place right there. There's one there. And there's one over here that's got to get, you probably can't see it, but it's right over here. It's got to get sanded out a little bit better, and then I'll secret sauce it again. Okay, so this one's African mahogany, and I'm going to put this to the side. This one is a lefty for a dear friend and fellow bandmate, and it's Spanish cedar. Check that out. So, kind of a similar coloring. Can't wait to see what happens to the grain when we get some stuff on it. This too is going to soak right in. Originally I thought about doing this with a very mild red stain, and then, but the person I'm building it for is a working musician, and so it's going to get beat up. It's going to get played constantly, and it's going to get beat up. And I thought, well, you know, if it's stained, his thumb's going to go through where you plant your thumb, and his and the finish is going to get wrecked. And the beauteous thing about this beautiful secret sauce finish is it's very easily repairable. All you have to do is sand that area. Oh, I'm liking it. I thought it might be kind of a bland finish, and I think it's nice. I think it's going to be okay. Check out that color. Can you see it okay? I'm not good at this video stuff, but you get the idea. So, Now we get the wet or dry. In some cases, you know, when I've had a little place where the sandpaper didn't quite take out a rougher little area. Sometimes the 320 by itself will do its thing and get rid of that little scratch. Sometimes the scratch stays with us forever. So here we go again. This one doesn't. Oh, there's one. I see a little tiny scratch that didn't come out in the sanding process. When the wood's so, you know, such a light color, it's hard to see. On a darker color like a walnut or something, it's pretty easy to see the scratches, but on this kind of thing, not so easy. This one's okay. Wipe down, let what we have soak in. Oh, look at it, right there. Oh. Right there, there's a couple of little scratches. Like I said, not a big deal now because I can see them. Quick sanding. Redo the sauce. A couple tiny ones there, but redo the sauce and then they'll be good. This one is a set neck 5-string. Yes, sometimes I build 5 strings. I hate 5 strings. I don't like playing them. I'm old. But you can see, and you can see that there's got some grain going on there. This is a hippie sandwich kind of deal. It's got Honduras mahogany on the back with a cool little green stripe. It's got little stripy stripes in the neck. The neck is set in with epoxy. Top is curly maple. Ooh, that's a good shot right there. And then, so that's the name of that tune. All right. Ebony fingerboard, maple neck. Here's my favorite part, especially the maple. Here we go. We put on some stuff. Oh baby, oh baby. If you could see the jury rig that I have set up to hold the camera, you'd be laughing your heads off. I probably already said that. But look at how look at the color of that Honduras mahogany with the stuff on it. And we're going to hit the neck. Maple necks are notorious for waiting to show you the little scratches that you thought you got out, but you didn't. There's the neck right there. I don't know if you can catch the color of it too well, but there it is. And now, here we go. Oh, baby. Let me see if I can get this where you can watch me do it. All right, check it out. Look at that. Look at that grain explode. Oh, baby. Oh, oh Lord. Don't even know how many instruments I've built. I know it's in the hundreds by now. There's one little place right there that'll have to be attended to. But check that out. Look at that. It didn't look like much when it was just laying there with raw wood and sanding and stuff. But look at that. This came from a mill up in Ashland, New Hampshire. And it is just really beautiful maple. I'm digging it a lot. All right, so I'm going to go back to doing my wet sanding. It couldn't be more boring, so what I'll do is I'll check in with you later. What I'll do is post some pictures of these as the finish progresses, okay? And then we'll show you the finished product. Bye-bye.